Merry Christmas. Welcome to Whiskey and Whitetails, the show for those that hunt with a passion and drink with a purpose. As always, I'm your host. I'm Gus.
I'm Matt.
And welcome to the last show of 2023 on Christmas Day. We're happy you're here. We've had a great year. Matt, what do you say?
Yeah, same. We're not going to trouble you with too much. Just wanted to say thank you to all the patrons. And if you wanted to start your new year as a patron supporter, you can go to patreon.com/whiskey and whitetails. You can check us out on YouTube. We do this podcast on YouTube as well.
Correct.
Yeah.
And thank you to the Waypoint Network for hosting us.
Yes,
we appreciate all their
Thanks
partnership.
for the checks.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're going to keep these. We're not going to bother you with some ad reads. I think you already got to before you even got to us. So
Merry Christmas. Enjoy the show.
Merry Christmas.
Nice. Merry Christmas, man. What a way to kick it off.
Can't hear you too well.
Can't hear me too well?
Might be all that music.
It might be. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. It's just not very loud. Might be my fault.
Turn your USB volume up. It looks way down. How about that?
Oh yeah, I fixed it. I figured I'd wear a Santa hat.
Yeah, I should have known. You should have told me. I would have gone out and grabbed I'd have worn my Christmas sweater. I have a Christmas sweater I wore last night. It's got a cow with sunglasses, and he's holding a like a Christmas hat like that in his mouth. But the top of the Christmas hat opens up, and it's a pocket for a beer.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Where'd you wear that to?
Christmas party for the Boy Scouts.
Nice.
Did not have a beer in it at the Boy Scouts, for full disclosure.
Yeah.
Just a water bottle.
I was at 7 Stars today, and a guy walked in wearing a Christmas hoodie, and it had a bottle holder in the front.
Nice.
It wasn't a guy, it was David Higgins, but
yeah. I used to have a sweater that said it was like Santa Claus on a motorcycle, and it said "Rebel without a claws."
Hell yeah. That's a good one.
Yeah, it is. It is. Well, if you're listening on this day, which is Christmas, I have to assume that either you live solo and are doing the Christmas or holiday thing with family a different day, you already did, or you're taking a break because you've had enough of the family already. So, welcome. We're here.
Welcome here. And if you're listening to the day after Christmas, that's fine too.
Always, anytime.
You about to fresh pop something?
Yeah, I picked up I went to the little store by my house, had a bunch of the Michter's offerings, so I picked up my favorite, which is the bourbon. You got yourself a Christmas tree cake? What?
Santa Claus.
Nice. Ho, ho, ho.
I'm going to take a picture. I'm going to hunt tomorrow.
Okay.
Yum. I'm going to take a picture, like a really nice picture of the Christmas tree cake. Yeah. And I'll post that Christmas morning. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yum.
Are you hunting the little 50 acres you got over there, or
yeah,
going nice. Okay.
Yep, put corn out today. Which is good always. There's not much left out there. I think they're scared.
Yeah, I think that spot's been molested enough.
Yeah. There's been a few deer taken in there this year, that's for sure.
Is that poor yearling still come around looking for
dude.
mom?
Look, dude, this morning. There hasn't been corn there in a week, probably. And did we talk about this?
I think I don't know if we talked about it on the podcast. I know you've been sending me pictures.
Can't really see it. She's right there.
Yeah,
right
there. Yeah. For those that don't know, Matt brought me out to his little spot, and I took a doe while I was out there, and that doe happened to have a fawn. It was well beyond having spots, and it should be fine, to be on its own, but lost its mom, and it's been coming around the same spot, and Matt keeps sending me pictures like, look what you did. It's looking for his mom.
I've been watching because it was kind of a late drop yearling, and
yeah,
it's definitely fine. I mean, it's still alive walking around, but but they come out all the time. Yum every time.
Well, with coyotes and bobcats and stuff out there. If it was at risk, it would not have turned up any much,
Yeah.
after the fact. So I think it's probably going to be just fine.
Yep. She's all right. But I still gotta update you on like you don't have to see. That's the reason I never killed it because they were always together.
Yeah.
I was like, if I kill that doe, then I'm gonna have to watch this yearling wander around. So I haven't. So I don't feel guilty at all. Not that I would feel guilty, but
Yeah. You just feel like putting that onus on me. I appreciate it.
yeah. I mean, I got to see the pictures of it every day, so I'm gonna let you know.
Here it is walking left, sniffing
Yeah,
right where you shot its mom.
that's all it does. It goes back and forth. It'll cross on the left, and it'll come from the right, and it'll come from the left. Yeah, it's all right.
And if you're not, there's a pile of corn there. So there's no reason for it to be walking back and forth other than to be
Well, there hasn't
looking
been
for it.
any corn. I've
Oh.
put corn out since we hunted.
Oh, okay. I thought for some reason I thought you went out there and put corn again.
Yeah, I
Corn
should
out
today
again. Ah, okay.
because I knew I was going to be gone all last weekend and this week. Work
Yeah.
been busy, so I didn't not as busy as you, I guess.
Yeah. New new job, new problems.
Mm-hmm.
And when you get hired to solve problems, you get all of them.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone is I had a customer say this is a number one top priority. And then pause for effect, comma. What do you say? Comma, pause for effect.
Comma, pause for effect.
Uh, she followed up with, I know I've said that for 3 other things, and I still mean it. I was like, all right, you got it.
So is this a number one over the last number one
No, what it is this is a number one,
today?
work with the team and find someone to spearhead it, and you manage the fires. And that's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
You get to you're aware of this. You get to a point in your career where that's what you become good at because you're involved, you know the process, you know the people, you know processes. So you get to a point where it doesn't really matter what the job is, whether it's development, whether it's engineering, you name it. Once you get to a certain level, managing the processes is largely the same. It's just different processes and different people.
Yeah.
That's primarily what I'm doing.
Yeah. It's fun stuff.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Let's talk about hunting.
Sounds terrible. Dude, well, before we get into that, I'm super
Yeah.
glad that we're done. Like,
Yeah.
we're done. I
It
got no more events, no more markets, no more until February, which is sick. I get to have a whole month at home.
this year was like on a scale of 1 to 10, like I give it a solid 5 or 6 in terms of personally what I would have liked to accomplish and versus what we did. Now we were up against a lot of things that we had no control over. So
Yeah.
it is what it is. But I'm looking forward to really leaning into next year, leaning into the things that went really well this year, like the classes, the stuff out of the goatery, and just continuing to lean in heavy on that stuff for sure.
Yeah. Most deaf. I don't know how Santa Claus wears this hat all the time. It would get really annoying.
Yeah, I think he's got like a special one that's got like a wire in it or something maybe that keeps it right there.
Yeah. Well, it was
And
Tim Allen, right? He had a microphone in it.
yeah, his was a microphone. That's right, and it stayed like right there. It was
Yeah.
like part of his whole. It was his kit.
Yeah.
He got all kitted up. I always thought
Tactical Santa.
when I was little, oh, what is it? There's a group that like goes out to rescue Santa when he's in trouble, and
Like Elf Team 6.
yeah, and it was just like, who are you guys? And we're elves
Yeah.
with attitude, and I was like, oh, I want to be that when I grow up.
Dang, I should watch that movie. I haven't seen that movie in a long time.
Dude, it's a great movie, man.
We might
The
watch
Tim
that
Allen
movie.
humor is great, and he knows how to even in his current shows like Last Man Standing, he knows how to drop a punchline and hit a nerve without being over the top, disrespectful or just blatantly like singling out a whole group necessarily.
Mhm.
But he says enough to where it's very clear who he's talking to, and he's been doing that since Tool Time.
Yeah.
Or Home Improvement, whatever the show was called. Home
Yeah.
Improvement.
Well, the show was called Tool Time, but it was on Home Improvement.
Yeah.
Which is
What
always,
was
I
it?
thought it was cool to have a show inside of a show.
Show about a TV show.
Yeah.
There's a couple of those there's some movies like that too. It's kind of funny. Like you're making a movie about making a movie or making making a TV show about making a TV show.
Mm-hmm. It's funny, like
But
your room still looks really long.
it looks really big.
Yeah.
Yeah. Matt was in here for whenever we recorded with Whitetail Distraction. He was like, this this looks way bigger on the it's just the lens, you know, it doesn't
Yep.
like, I could I don't know. If I put my arm out, I'm almost halfway to the door. It's it's
Yeah.
not that big at all.
Just looks
It's my
massive.
yeah.
Dude, I've been getting a little more serial on like the Kentucky potentially moving there one day.
Yeah?
And so like I found out that as a veteran I can get a $0 down construction loan.
Yeah.
So basically I'd find property and get a loan through this company
Mhm.
and that would buy the property and then the VA gives you 1 year to build.
Yep.
So we could build on it and then you'll have a 29-year mortgage a year
Mhm.
later.
So, um, I learned a little bit about construction, loans from a mutual friend that we have who utilized one.
Hmm.
Um, and the only thing that I would caution you, and you obviously well, I'm sure you will do your own research, but the only thing that I will say is the VA gives you 1 year to build, but sometimes the bank drags that process out because the bank will not release money from the loan for the next phase of building until they are satisfied with the so you'll have to get like city people come out and do inspections
Yeah.
for let's say foundation or whatever, but then the bank sends their own inspectors out to make sure that the money they're investing in this is the work is quality. So
Mm.
that process took the person that we know almost 2 years to build a house,
Wow.
like a year and a half because he actually got caught up in um something to do with the land and some, conservation easement, it was nearby. It was a unique situation, but the potential is always there, I guess.
Yeah. I'm gonna try and do well, I'm not gonna try. I think we're gonna do a barn dominium,
Yeah,
but
nice.
which is interesting the way the insurance goes on that. It's actually cheaper because it doesn't see it as a house. It sees it as a barn.
Really?
Yeah. But I guess the downside on barn dominiums is the resale is negative. Like you're gonna lose your ass if you try to sell it.
I see.
But
Hmm.
I think this will
I
be
think
like
I would think the
forever
right
home. I'm not sure what we live
yeah,
in.
yeah, I was gonna say with the right buyer, I would think yeah, I guess I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But it'd be
Do you
dope.
guys have do you guys have a are you thinking around the area we're familiar with or somewhere else?
Yeah. I told because I think about everything because I live in my head. So I was telling the wife, I was like, we should do like this. There's a town called Booneville, which is the same. It's like my family lives in Booneville, North Carolina, and it's
Mhm.
the same thing. Daniel Boone like came through and popped up these towns all over the place. So this
Nice.
Booneville, Kentucky, has a population of 81, small. But I told
Well,
Andy, I
that's
was like, I could run for mayor, like eventually, and be the mayor of this town, and then like I'll funnel all the town money into my pocket, and then do like illegal stock trades and all this, whatever politicians do. But I
whatever
already
it
have my
is.
slogan. It'll be "Don't vote red or blue, vote Army Green," because I'll fight for this town just like I fought for our country. So good, right?
Oh, you know it's so bad, but it is good.
But it'll work. It'll be like that Family Guy episode when Lois is
Oh,
running for
yeah.
mayor, and she's like,
Yeah.
9/11 was bad."
She
Like,
just starts saying shit at the
yeah,
podium.
yeah,
"Ah!"
terrorism, yeah, and then we're not going to bring Al Qaeda to Booneville, Kentucky. That's what,
There you go. I'm sure you'll get all kinds of support.
that's what I mean. I
You
mean,
got
I
my
only
vote.
got to convince 40 people.
I'll come be your campaign manager.
It works.
We'll strong arm some folks into voting. We'll just do some mail in ballots.
Yeah, we could. We did 100%. Yeah.
We had 4,000 votes for for Joseph Green, but we only have 80 residents in the city.
Yeah.
Wild, right?
Yeah. I'm going to do yeah, I'll create like a pandemic or something where no one can leave their house and they have to mail in vote. I'll do that.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. I wonder if anybody's ever done it before.
I don't know. It's a novel thought.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Jeff?
The yeah, Jeff's chilling back there. He's got his back to you. Is he mad?
Yeah, he's pretty pissed at me. We yesterday was nail day and flea treatment, which is a pill they got to swallow. And so
Yeah.
I hold them, and Andy basically shoves his pill down their throat and then holds their mouth shut. And then you got to like touch their nose and shit until they get mad and start licking, and then they'll swallow.
Yeah.
So I don't think he's forgotten about it yet.
That's fun, I imagine, for a small size predator that lives in your home.
Yeah. Well, there's one of them we won't do it to because he's a bitey boy.
Which one's that?
Salsa.
Oh, salsa is?
Yeah. He
I
just
like
gets the
salsa.
neck cream
Yeah.
stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He's
Um,
he's he's the only one, like, 'cause, I fuck with him all the time, all of them,
yeah.
but he's the only one that'll do that, like, and I'm like, all right, calm down.
Does he out of the cast, does he run the house?
Oh yeah, he's in charge.
Really? That's
Yeah.
wild.
Yep. You wouldn't ever think it would be him, but it is.
No, I would have never thought
Like,
because he's so goofy too.
yeah, he's a weird cat, man. He's strange, and like his hips aren't really good, so he like
Yeah.
waddles funny. But yeah,
Oh,
he has like this
well,
tactical crawl that he does all around the house. Whenever I'm walking around, he'll run from me.
that, that's funny.
Yeah. Are you gonna hunt anymore before the year's up?
Yeah, I have to. I've got some youngins that want to go hunt and some nephews, so I'll be getting out. Maybe tomorrow night. I think definitely Saturday and possibly Sunday. I'm gonna hunt as much as I can between now and the end of the year. I'm off for a little bit, so I'll try to take advantage of that. And then, yeah, later next week as well.
Do you
The
remember
middle
where
of the
my
week's
stand is?
yeah.
You should put corn there and come back the next day. There's a
Okay.
doe that she comes out almost. I mean, the camera's dead now, but
Yeah.
she was coming out every single night, like
Okay.
right before dusk.
Nice. Yeah,
Yeah,
I can do that for sure.
I haven't hunted there all year, so
Yeah, I might go put a blind on that road like you did previously and put corn as well, so I can sit somewhere with the kids.
let me know if you see that big ass turkey back there. I'm
Yeah,
coming for him.
there's a bunch back there in that area.
Hmm.
That new stand by that where that they clear cut that area and planted stuff. Um, I've hunted there a couple times, and there is a slew of turkey that like to come hang out there. That'll be a good spot to hunt in the spring.
Yeah, the one Joe told me about. Like I saw him that night. He
Yeah,
huge man, but he walked straight back in the swamp. Didn't care about calling nothing.
no,
I put some
no,
corn out for him.
they don't give a shit. They know where they live and where they roost, and they're not slowing down for anybody. So you'll have to get in there when they're all fired up for getting a little piece of action and
Did
get
you
him when he's
see?
distracted.
Did you see the new turkey laws that came out
No,
yesterday?
oh no, I did not.
I'll pull them up real quick. We can talk about something else while I'm looking for it.
Yeah, I actually one thing I talk about I thought was funny. I was trying to find things that were both hunting and Christmas related, and I came across this Christmas hunting tradition, which would be fun if we had a larger group of friends that hung out on Christmas. But it's called the side hunt, and the side hunt is basically you with a bigger family, maybe a family that's brought together by one person that was married, right? So you have in-laws on either side. Anyways, they you team up or you split in two and you have sides, right? And each side goes and hunts and there's a predetermined prize or whatever. And whoever brings back the most game, like wild game from that hunting morning or evening, whatever it is, wins whatever the said prize was. So it's a collective,
Mm,
thing, right? So one person may kill a huge buck in one group and everybody else may, skunk, but the other side may have a couple small deer and then a bunch of turkey or whatever's in season in that area because they're fall turkey in some places, and you never know, might have a cool win. I don't know what the prize would be, and I didn't really see what country that was in. I just thought it sounded fun to hunt on Christmas.
yeah, I'm probably gonna hunt on Christmas.
It should won't be anybody out there.
Well, there's not gonna be anybody out there anyway. But the reason why is I was thinking about the. We've talked about it before, like the go hunt in the morning, and you come like you start chili, and then you come home, and the chili's
Yeah,
ready. You're
hell yeah,
cold and shit.
hell yeah.
But we're doing chili. I'm probably gonna film it. I don't know. I'm not. We'll see. But I'm doing a venison honey bourbon chili.
Honey,
Yeah.
tell me more.
I'm just instead of using brown sugar, I'm gonna use honey
Okay,
because I usually put brown sugar in it.
interesting.
And then I'm gonna do the oven roasted tomatoes like I normally do,
Hmm.
with garlic and all that. I don't know. I'm gonna try out something new.
Good, should.
I don't know how honey's gonna taste in chili, but I like honey, so I can't imagine it'd be bad.
I'm sure it'll be just fine.
And then I'm gonna make it extra spicy. I gotta get
Yeah,
yeah,
getting hot in there.
a little bit. I might take it off.
Yeah, it looks warm.
Yeah, because I'll wear it on. I could wear it on top.
There you go.
So the new turkey. So a later start date of turkey season beginning on April 10th. statewide. A reduction
Wow.
in the number of turkey 31-day season, so it'll be April 10th to May 10th, and a reduction in spring gobbler bag limit, decrease the bag limit from 3 to 2 birds, and maintain the current daily limit of 1.
Interesting. Interesting. I've hunted a handful of times and felt like I wasn't seeing as many turkey. It might be the case that's kind of a trend going on across the state, so they're just making some adjustments to compensate for that.
Yep. They had
That's why it's important to fill out those surveys at the end of the season, folks.
that's what
Your
this
biology,
was.
state biologist and DNR uses that to help gauge how they need to manage wildlife.
Actually, it says these are their recommendations. I don't know if it's actually passed or not.
Oh, I wonder if that's being put up for a vote or discussion or something like that.
Yeah, it might
They need
be.
to make it. They need to make their mind up now because they don't got, only got a few months to get all their shit together.
Yeah, before you know it, it'll be turkey season,
Yeah,
which is crazy. It's are we gonna do more or less this year? I feel like we should do less
less what?
traveling and
I think we do less travel and more deliberate. Be more deliberate with our time and where we travel to. I mean, just speaking from a bit, put my business hat on. If there's not an opportunity to make money, um, or build valuable or grow, valuable relationships and connections, then I don't think it's we're just going somewhere hoping for that kind of thing, hoping it's going to be valuable, hoping that we're going to build our network, and I don't
yeah.
think it's worth it. Not for this year, anyways.
I just feel like I haven't been home at all in the
Yeah,
past. Like it's like I work Monday through Friday, and then I'm usually taking half a day on Friday and driving somewhere.
right.
Dude, I've had it 3 years, bought it brand new. It's got 72,000 miles on it.
Jeez,
Yeah,
what year is it?
2020.
It's a 2020. Yeah,
I
my
bought it in
truck is a 20.
October of 2020.
My truck's 2020 also, and I've got close to the same amount of miles on it. So
Yeah.
I bought it used, but still, it's I've put a lot of miles on it just this year, driving back and forth to Kentucky like 4 times or 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
It's the way it goes. It's the way it goes. Worth it. I wouldn't take any of it back.
No, absolutely
I'm
not.
fine with it.
I've had a great time.
Yep.
Had a great time. Yeah, they I was gonna say something else. I don't remember about that. Don't remember. But yeah, I'm gonna try and get one more deer, I think.
I need 2 more. That's what I want.
Yeah.
So I'm going out with a purpose.
Just slay.
I'm hunting with a passion
Yeah.
and hunting with a purpose.
Drinking with a passion and drinking with a purpose. I had a little bit of wild turkey last night, I will say.
How'd that go for you?
It's good. It's delicious.
It's always delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to the liquor store and came across. I hadn't seen the Michter's bourbon. I don't know why. I'm sure there's some stores where it's there all the time, but I don't see it very often for some reason. So I snagged it. um, I was in there grabbing another bottle of Evan Williams bottled and bond,
Mm-hmm.
and saw that there, and then I grabbed the my mom some some coconut rum. She likes to sneak over here and have a little drink if she goes back to her house. So make sure I keep that on reserve for when she comes over.
Right.
Uh,
Coconut rum, huh? What is she? 19?
Coconut rum and Dr Pepper, it's her thing.
It's probably actually pretty good.
Yeah, with her, her age and whatever, it doesn't take more than one drink, and she's we'll go
Content.
home now. Yeah,
Yeah.
all right, mom, be careful.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's good, but
Do
yeah,
you have like a bourbon centric liquor store by you? Like
I wouldn't
like
say bourbon centric. I've got a couple that have decent selections, but it's really hit or miss. Like I sent you a picture the other day of that one. They had two of the Bookers,
Mhm.
and they had the Jack Daniels Sinatra Select bottle behind the counter. But like I don't have any. Not that I, our executive producer Colton probably knows more from this area here, but most of them are little, two of them that I know are kind of like hole in the wall mom and pop shops. Now there's one in Goose Creek that has a pretty good whiskey selection, like probably to my knowledge, the best in this area. before you get down to Gibby's and um, some of the ones down closer by you. But it's kind of hit or miss, clientele, the average customer sort of drives, I think, what some of these stores buy and keep in stock. So,
Mhm.
but this little area up here where I'm at is growing a lot. Neighborhoods are popping up, and I think folks are seeing the demand for whiskey and tequila. Those two things are blowing up.
Speaking of, liquor stores, tomorrow, Peach Her from Burn Church is doing a tasting at Gibby's. I think it starts at, like, 3, but him and Jeffrey are going out boozing and slung us an invite. I'm probably gonna go.
To tomorrow, like tomorrow, or
Yeah,
tomorrow the day after Christmas.
tomorrow as in Friday.
Okay, it's nice. You said 3 o'clock.
Yeah, I think the tasting starts at 3
Is it like where's the tasting at?
at Gibby's.
Okay, so it's like an actual just like tasting. It's not
Yeah,
like sit
just
down, have a meal kind of
no, no,
tasting.
no, no. It's just at
All
like
right.
the liquor store, and then I think we're gonna go to Jeans after.
Are you hunting in the morning tomorrow then, or are you hunting in the evening?
I guess I'm not hunting tomorrow, huh? So I'll hunt Saturday.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, I don't know about going to jeans, but I will. I'll maybe I can time because I got to bring you some stuff tomorrow. Maybe I'll time just meeting you at Gibby's for that for a little bit,
We
and
could do
then
that. That would be dope. Because
yeah, I'll just meet you or
going over
plan to meet you around 3 and meet you there, and then hang out for a little bit, see the guys, and then I'll I'll skedaddle back to the house.
there. Okay. Yeah, that works. So we've tagged him and stuff. And he's tagged us, but DB's Bourbon Trail on Instagram. Remember?
Hmm. Yep.
So he makes this advent calendar every year, and I've
Okay.
always wanted one, and I don't know how you get them. Um, but anyway, so I had left a comment on one of his page. Oh, he had gotten the Yellowstone pick.
Nice. Okay.
And he was
Cool.
like, "Wow!" And I was like, "Well, I'm glad you liked it." I was like, "I've always wanted to get one of your advent calendars," and he never said anything back. And I was like, "Meh, maybe someday." So he hit us up and was like, "Hey, I made you one. Like,
Nice.
when do you want to get it?" And I was like, "For real?" And I've never really seen one. Like
Hmm.
he posts stuff, but anyway, the way he does it is he has little QR codes on all the bottles, so they're all
Yeah.
31 days of December.
Okay.
And then you scan it, it takes you to his website, and it gives you like his review and tasting notes and everything about it.
Cool.
But it is the coolest. It's really cool looking. I'll send you a picture of it.
Nice.
I just put it downstairs, but it's dope. So thank you to him for that. I'm probably
Yeah,
gonna
that's awesome.
I'll put it on Instagram too. It's really cool. It's like it's big. It's like this big,
Yeah.
and it's all
What does he make? How does he make it? Like,
with a
what's it made
laser
out of?
machine, wood.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice. That's
So it's
cool.
all wood, and it's got like the 1, 2, 3, 31 days, and
Mhm,
in the
mhm.
middle, it's got like his logo and stuff. It's really cool.
So, are they, like, small like, samples?
Yeah, they're
Little
like
sample bottles?
they're
Got it,
1 ounce or 2 ounce bottles.
got it, nice.
And then
Very cool.
he wax dips all of them.
Oh, nice.
So it's like a ton of work. I
Oh,
mean,
wow. I was gonna say
absolute ton of work.
that is a lot of work. Good
Yeah.
lord.
But he's like, "I love Christmas and I love doing stuff like this and blah, blah, blah."
Yeah,
So I hooked him up.
that's
I
fine.
gave him some hats and
Cool.
Glencairn and some other stuff. So
Yeah, rightfully so. That's cool, man.
yeah.
Yeah, Jessica's been super busy with, you know, making gifts. She has the whole laser thing going on, so she's making gifts for teachers, for family, for people from us, wrapping gifts, baking cookies, all the Christmas things, and she's, kind of stressed out, and I'm like, "Hey, it's alright to kinda, like, pump the brakes and
Take it
enjoy the."
easy.
She kinda looks at me, like, stressed and overwhelmed, she's like, "But I love this," and I'm like, "Alright," There's some people just love being kinda in it, and she's one of those people when it comes to the hustle and bustle of Christmas, so I get it, like, I get it being a lot of work, but still finding joy in it for sure.
Yep. Andy, that's one thing about Kentucky is like I told her she was like, "I don't want to do what I'm currently doing, like the same type
Yeah,
of job." And I was like, "If we move out there, I don't really know how much time you'll have to work because like somebody's got to take care of the chickens and the donkey and whatever else I
there's
decide that I want to live with."
right. Yeah,
And but she wants to have like a crafting room. I think she wants to get back into because she used to do stuff like that.
yeah,
She's too busy now,
for sure.
working a
Yeah,
job. But I like all
yeah.
that stuff, the creative. I wish I had more of it. Like I can't. I'm not that creative as far as making stuff. I just don't have the ideas.
I don't feel like I'm very creative either. I just kind of found my feel like I just enjoy working with wood. So, like, when we started this and the barrel wood stuff came, naturally because it's kind of I'm already kind of familiar with it. But outside of like doing little stuff with wood, dude, I'm at a loss, man. Like I'm not a super creative person. Jessica comes up with wild stuff, and I'm like, I don't even know how you thought about that. Like
Yeah. Well, the other thing
uh,
too is like making stuff out of barrel wood. All the things that, because you know how everybody loves to tell you, well, you know what you should do. You know, it's
yeah,
everybody says, you know what you should do. Yeah, go ahead and tell me. Everybody wants to tell me what I should do. But anyway, um, they're like, you should make these bars. You know, the ones that open up and all this stuff. And it's like,
sure,
dude, do you know how much time that takes to make?
yeah.
Like
People have asked me,
days.
I'm like, would you make a bar out of a barrel? And I'm like, I don't think so. And
No,
here's why. Um, the number of people willing to pay what I would charge for that is very minimal, and it's just not worth my time.
that's what they tell
It's
us.
gonna
They're
take
like,
it's gonna be very dirty.
yeah,
It's gonna take me a lot of time, and it's a lot of effort, and the what people are willing to pay versus what I would want to be compensated for the amount of time it would take, I just don't think they're gonna add up.
just scraping the char, like just getting all that out of there and clearing
Yeah.
it or whatever you end up doing,
Yep.
dude. I just days. But yeah,
It's
people are
gross
like,
too.
dude, I see you could sell them for 700, and I'm like, you should buy it because I would never
I would
sell one
I
that
would
cheap.
100%. Like, I would first of all, I don't have a need for one. I don't care for one,
I don't know,
so I wouldn't pay for that, but, I would certainly probably charge more than that, yeah.
100%. It'd be $1,000 if I made it. If they wanted me personally to make it,
Yeah.
it'd be a grand.
I enjoy making the small stuff that you can hold, that's useful, you can use every day kinda thing. I find more joy in that, and then, um, yeah, just, working with Jacob and the game calls, that stuff's fun. I think that's really cool.
Yeah,
I think we got a cool little niche where we're at with that, and, maybe we'll branch out in some little things here and there, try some other stuff, but the big stuff, it's also like people wanna have it shipped and delivered, and it's like, then I gotta take that to a freight, distribution place, a warehouse, and pay for well, you gotta pay for freight, but I gotta haul it there and make sure it doesn't get damaged, and I'm just not interested in all that shit
nope, nope. I see
at
them
all.
sometimes on Etsy for like 650 shipped. It's
Yeah,
like that guy must. You really need the money if you're making this. If you're shipping them for 650, you need the
yeah.
money.
Yeah, that's I'm not interested. I'm just not. I'm not gonna be because I'm not gonna have a warehouse full of barrels, right?
Yeah,
So how much is a barrel gonna cost? Because I'm only gonna be able to buy 1 or 2 at a time, so I'm not getting bulk pricing, so that's gonna be $100 plus
yeah.
probably for a decent barrel. I mean, the time it's gonna take several hours over the course of several days. It's just like that's just no.
Yeah, too much work. No,
Yep.
thanks. So
That
for
horse would beat to death. Next.
yeah, if you have an idea for us to make something that's not extremely time extended,
Yeah,
yeah,
anything you think would be cool, it doesn't have to be an original idea. We're down to, you know, put our own spin on things that are kind of out there already, especially, for seaweed coming up. We sometimes like to have some unique themes just to offer while we're there selling a lot of stuff in person.
hmm.
Or if you're interested in having a whiskey and whitetails custom curated event.
Ooh, by the way, we're gonna have a location soon. Yeah,
This deserves a
yeah,
tell
yeah,
me
man.
more. Are we now
Bourbon personalities.
No,
oh, okay.
never forgot about that button. Um, I don't know that I can say, but
I know what you're talking about, though.
yeah, that place. It's happening. It's
It
actually
is.
yeah. It's going to be a
What
private club, so it's not going to be open to the public. But
that's the move.
yeah, we can
Because
use it
that eliminates a
anytime.
lot of that eliminates a lot of legal requirements.
Well, the other side of it
Um,
too was he was telling me about you have to have a 4x4 mop bucket stand, like in order to have
okay,
an open for the public restaurant. So in order to just get approved, you have to have a full menu. They have to approve the menu, and you have to have this 4x4, and it's just not a big space. And so they were like, the guy was like, "Listen, here's what we'll do: is we'll put it in the bathroom. Once you get approved, we'll put a sink on top of it, and like build a cabinet around it or whatever." It's like
right.
apparently that's what a lot of restaurants do, or they'll do them outside. But he can't do
Are
it
they're
outside.
talking about that floor drain sink thing that you put
Yeah,
stuff in for cleaning?
yeah,
That's a
a
requirement, really?
requirement.
Did not know that.
Yeah,
I guess it makes sense from a health code standpoint. They want you to show that you have the
they want you to prove you're
utility.
not dumping it down the sink.
Well, yeah. Well, I guess that
where the
too.
food is. I'm guessing that's what it is. I don't know. I didn't ask.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
That's wild. What's the timeline on that? Maybe we can start lining up some
He's already got the
events.
plans.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
assume he'll be starting to build soon. He has the building. I was in there
Yeah.
today. He showed it to me
Well,
today.
if you haven't already, if he's doing a lot of DIY type stuff, feel free to offer, or at least I'm willing to drive and help out if he's doing painting or whatever else, just to extend our gratitude.
Yeah, I'm fairly certain he will be asking for help.
Yeah,
Yeah, he is. He's a very do-it-yourself kind of guy. So
that's a nice way to put it. I'm just kidding.
he told me today that he owns an acupuncture clinic in Mount Pleasant.
Yeah, he mentioned that, I think, or was this a different one?
I'm like, well, how much shit do you own, dude?
He talked about owning a massage and acupuncture therapy type
Yeah.
place when we were in Kentucky.
Oh, did he? I didn't remember that.
Yeah, he mentioned it, and I tried to continue and go on, and we just kind of skipped over it, and it's always been in the back of my mind, like, what else does he own?
Yeah, I
But
don't know.
because I know he had the custom sound system, and he sold that, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's crazy.
He's a good dude. They're
That's
having dinner right
wild.
now at Husk.
Husk.
Yeah.
Yep, couldn't make it today. I've never made it, but that's quite all right.
You can come whenever you want. Just gotta tell me.
Oh, I know. I'm well aware. It's just you guys generally put that together somewhat like, I don't want to say last minute, but with 3 kids and school activities and businesses, it's like if you don't let me know a month or 2 ahead of time, I'm probably not going to make it.
It's also not me. Like I get calendar
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
invites.
Yeah.
I have
Yeah.
no
Yeah.
idea, and I don't even usually don't even know they're in there because I'll see them and I'll just hit accept, and it's like, what am I doing? It's just how I
What am I doing
operate.
today?
Well, yeah, what am I
Yeah.
doing this week? And like on Sunday, I'll look at everything for the next week,
Yeah.
which is super nice, dude. I have nothing going on till January. It's dope.
Good for you. You've you hear that? You deserve a good break.
Thanks. I
Yeah,
appreciate
man.
it. The
Sorry, I was
only
making
dot
sure
on
you
there
know
is Christmas Eve and Christmas and
what are you doing for
Kwanzaa.
Christmas? Oh yeah, don't forget that.
Isn't that one? Isn't that the made up one?
I
I'm
I
gonna
don't
fix
know.
this right now because I ask this question all the time. What is Kwanzaa?
What are you doing Christmas Day? Anything special? I know
No,
you guys are pretty low key.
no.
Not doing
Um,
like a hanging out with neighbors or anything, exchanging gifts.
no.
How'd your trip to Atlanta go?
Oh, you know what Kwanzaa is, and you're stalling me, huh?
No, I don't actually.
Uh,
I too have heard that it was made up and that it's been perpetuated, but
5
um,
things you may not know about Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa was created in the 1960s.
there you go.
Many people celebrate both Kwanzaa and Christmas. Kwanzaa centers around 7 principles. Homemade and educational gifts are encouraged.
Okay.
What's the deal with Kwanzaa? Isn't it just made up?
I
It is
love
a
Google.
fact that it
We're
was
straightforward to it.
It is a fact that Kwanzaa was invented in 1966 by a black radical FBI stooge, Ron Karinga, aka Dr. Mulana Karinga. Karinga was the founder of United Slaves, a violent nationalist rival to the Black Panthers and a dupe of the FBI. Wow, the FBI created it.
Story time with Matt.
Whether Karenga was a
FBI.
willing dupe or just a dupe remains unclear. Curiously, in 1995 interview with Ethnic Newswatch, Karenga matter-of-factly explained that the forces to get O.J. Simpson for the framed murder of 2 whites included the FBI, the CIA, the State Department, Interpol, Chicago Police Department, and so on.
I'm sorry. How did we go from Kwanzaa being made up in the '60s to talking about O.J. Simpson, the O.J. Simpson
I
trial?
don't know. It's I guess the
And
FBI
Wikipedia
invented
took
it.
a hard left turn.
Yeah, like I still don't understand it. It's like Kwanzaa is based on simple lunacy, it says. From 1960s rhetoric of black racism and Marxism, the 7 principles praise collectivism in every possible arena of life. I'm still just as confused. I feel like I gotta have to watch a YouTube video on this.
Do you know? Man, I wish I had it queued up. But the judge on stage for the contest at the end of Billy Madison, he's like, "Thank you.
Yeah, the voice.
We are all, whatever.
Yeah,
We're all now dumber for having listened to it." Yeah,
yeah.
that's how I felt after hearing you read that.
I still don't understand it. I think it's like we'll just forever not be able not know. you know?
Yeah. Maybe, yeah, I don't know. Maybe it has something to do with parallel universes and the CIA is just trying to.
Mr. Madison, what you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
And it,
Okay, a simple wrong would have done just fine, but you remain one.
it's so stupid.
Oh man, he's such an underrated actor.
He's really good, man.
I love Adam Sandler.
I do too. I've wanted to do just like a whole Adam Sandler day where I just watch a bunch of his movies,
Yeah,
but
even his like kid friendly like family stuff is funny. It's good stuff. Like I like all of his movies.
I watched Family Vacation. I think is that what it is?
Yeah, now that we think about it, I haven't listened to any of his Christmas songs this year, which I do almost every year. It's been so busy.
Hanukkah.
Yeah, he's got a bunch.
Yeah,
They're really good.
yeah.
Yeah, there was something that I saw on the news I was gonna bring up and I already forgot. I gotta look it up. Damn, getting old sucks, man.
Yeah. It's wild, dude. Like, oh, by the way, do we have another podcast before January 1st?
Oh, good point.
Nope.
I don't know. This might be the
January
last
1st.
2023.
This is our last podcast of the year. Wow.
Oh, the next podcast will be New Year's Day, so we got to do
Yep.
something. We should do a special episode.
Like what?
We should kill a whole bottle.
Okay.
No, I'm not doing that.
Each?
Your weight, yeah, each. That's what.
I could probably do a Buffalo Trace, something like 80 proof. I could probably do a whole
Could
bottle.
live stream it, and we wake up in the morning, and it's been live streaming for 12 hours. Both of us passed out in our
Just
offices,
laying on the floor. And,
puking on the floor.
yeah, I'm down.
Yeah. Oh God.
I'd try that.
We could do something. Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Yeah. Well, thank you to everybody that's listened all year long. We have
Yeah.
we appreciate all the comments and feedback that we get. It is cool to be able to sit here and talk into a microphone and then people react to you like that you don't even know. Like we'll just get messages and it's really awesome.
People introduce themselves at markets and the one thing that hasn't happened yet that I hope to happen someday is to hear somebody overhear someone talking about whiskey and whitetails.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a mental milestone in you're growing, right? Is when you go places and maybe no one knows who I am, but they know what whiskey and whitetails is and who we are as a brand, and I overhear them talking about us, then I'll be like, yeah.
It's easier if you hang out in liquor stores because
I bet it is.
it happened to me today.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he's like, I bought a Glencairn from you guys downtown. I was like, oh, nice to meet you. My name's Matt or whatever. And
Awesome.
yeah,
Yeah. The I sent out those game calls this morning. So those game calls went to look like sisters or relatives of the same family, just to two different people. So I think somebody was buying gifts, obviously, and sending.
Mhm.
That lady, did you ever get an invoice off to that one lady?
Yeah, I did. I dropped it off this morning.
Nice.
Overnighted it to her. I don't know if she paid because I sent her, like, if you look at our, like on the Shopify thing,
Uh-huh.
it'll say, whatever. And so I just created an order for her and clicked, weird. Now I don't see it. That's really strange. Yeah, it's not in there now. Well, whatever. I have her email. I'll send her an email with a just like a regular invoice, I guess. It's
Okay.
really strange. I definitely did it yesterday, but maybe I didn't click save or odd.
A bit strange, isn't it?
Isn't it? It's Tuesday, isn't it?
Tuesday.
It's Monday.
No, it's not. You made my stomach feel funny when you said that.
Did I?
Ugh,
Like you missed it?
gross. Yeah, I made a funny joke in a meeting the other day, and got a good laugh. Someone said, it was Monday, and someone said, definitely feels like a Monday today, huh? And I was like, dude, it's felt like a Monday since Friday. And I wasn't trying to be funny. It had, because the shit hit the fan for this week on Friday evening. And I've been dealing with shit all over the weekend. And so like, it just felt like it was just an extension, like just a really long Monday.
Yeah.
And I meant it wholeheartedly. And then like everybody laughed, like got a really hard laugh at it. I was like, yeah, I'm a funny guy, I guess.
Yes.
But seriously, can you guys fucking fix this problem?
Yeah. Oh, I remember what I was talking about now. Last day. So January 1st, I'm going to do, as any true podcaster, I'm going to do World Carnivore Month in January. So I was going to sling the invite to anybody that wanted to do it with me, that's listening, or
Okay.
I'm going to try it out.
I'm not going to do it, but that sounds fun.
I've heard it makes you feel real good.
I've heard it makes you yeah.
Yeah, I know that you get like explosive diarrhea for a few days.
Yeah, do what you got to do. Maybe you won't, right? Because
Maybe I won't.
You're built different.
I'm going to eat an entire deer in the month of January.
Oh, you should. That's funny. You should. Yeah. You got enough beef?
Yeah.
Just have like tomahawk steaks every
Dude,
day.
I'm going to have so many ribeyes. I'm going to crush. I need to get somebody. I need to get somebody to take me to Costco so I can buy like.
Yeah.
You know, they have to like slice your own ribeyes.
Yeah. Yeah. You just got to buy the rib roast whole and then have them slice it for you. Just pay bulk for the whole rib roast and then ask them to slice it into steaks for you.
Will they do that?
You may have to, pretty sure. Yeah. You may have to call ahead of time, but I'm pretty sure you can do that. And then you may have to, they may not trim it up real pretty. That you may get cuts with like really thick bands of fat on the outside. You just go home and trim that off and good to go.
Yeah. I figured I would just slice it myself because I got some cutlery. Got some nice knives.
Yeah, you can definitely do it yourself. I've done that. We brought a prime rib last year to cook for Christmas, and then like everybody got sick, and nobody was coming over for for dinner. So I cut the prime rib in half, and we still cooked a prime rib or roasted one, and then I cut the other half in the steaks. It worked just fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm really excited about it because like I haven't been eating good intentionally. I've been eating like straight shit all month.
Nice.
It's funny that reel I posted yesterday when I was talking about the fake prepping thing.
Yeah.
Johnny Estes texted me. I'll read to you. He said, damn, we talked longer than I thought we did. He said, looks like you're prepping for hibernation.
Maybe.
I was like, yeah, I know. I mean, like, shit. I always put weight on in December.
He's such a dick.
Yeah, it's okay.
Don't be an asshole, Johnny.
I allow him to talk to me that way.
You and that mustache look like you're prepping to be banned from being within 100 feet of a school.
How would that work as a firefighter?
I don't know. Really badly.
Yeah. Oh, where's the call to? Oh, it's at a school I can't go.
I have to sit this one out, fellas.
Or they just drop him off at a 100-yard mark. You're going to run the water meter today.
Yeah. Don't move. You stay here.
Yeah.
You'd probably just get fired.
I'm pretty sure they would fire you if you had a restraining order against. I mean, I can't really think of any profession where you'd be like, yeah, that's okay. Maybe you just wouldn't tell anybody. 7-Eleven.
There's probably more of that goes on than I care to think about.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure. It's definitely not a rare thing, I wouldn't think.
Yeah. Are you hunting with your bow anymore the rest of this year? I just saw your bow in the background. Inspired the question.
Believe it or not, I need strings already. So no.
What?
Yeah.
That means you've been shooting a lot, man. Good for you. I'm proud of you.
Dude, I shot that thing. I've shot that thing because now that I have a bow that I can shoot literally as far as I want.
Yeah.
Like with that dialed sight, it's 100 yards. Like,
right.
I'm gonna. And so I've been shooting like all kinds of crazy distances just to see if I could do it. And yeah, it's already frayed. The D loop is, it looks like it's going to bust like at any minute.
Oh no. Yeah. The D loops make me nervous. I know that they're tied and they're meant to do exactly what they do, but they always look like they're about to just about to come undone and blow up in your hand.
Yeah.
Luckily they don't, generally speaking.
Get hurt.
Unless you're
get hoyed.
Yeah. Well, unless you're my triax kind of blew up on me
Did it?
because of that bad. Well, apparently, um, I don't remember what it is about the triax. I think it has something to do with the brace height and how the draw is, but they're real sensitive to um, broken or fractured knocks. So if the
Mm,
knock is loose, even just a little bit, like when you slide your arrow on, you hear that little snap.
yep.
If you don't have a real solid, good snap when you slide that on with your triax, for whatever reason, if it's loose, when you release, it operates as if you dry fired it. Um, and it just doesn't perform well. And I it was like 4 weeks before we left for that elk hunt, and it just blew up in my hand. Um, it bent the cams and everything. And I had bought that online through a company out of like Indiana or somewhere else. Maybe it was Iowa. And they sent it to me because I didn't buy it through a store. The whole like registration process for having a warranty kind of fell through. So I technically didn't have a warranty. And Bud's Archery Shop here in Somerville went through the trouble of calling Matthews, explaining the situation, and getting my bow registered with Matthews, and getting me free cams and everything replaced. And I paid very little just for the labor, and it was
Nice.
super awesome because that could have cost me a lot of money.
Yeah, I mean, it could cost anybody else a lot of money. Do you know a good bowstring company? Like, is there a company that you? I've heard of Gas. Like a lot of people use the Gas strings, but
I've never looked into replacing or upgrading. The most I've ever looked at upgrading on my bow has been the sight and, stabilizer, maybe the drop array rest. I've never looked at doing anything special for strings. It's usually whatever the shop has or whatever Matthews recommends if they have that. Because I've had two Matthews bows.
well, this one has
But
like the zebra strings, and every review I watched on the geez, what bow do I have?
the
Phase
Phase
4.
4,
Yeah, I
yeah.
haven't turned to look at it. Every review I watched on a Phase 4, like the first thing they do is take the zebra strings off and put something
Oh,
else on
really?
it.
Interesting. I know. I
Apparently, they're
think.
junk.
Oh, I didn't know that. I think that's kind of what comes standard with most Matthews.
Yeah, I mean, that's what came on mine.
Yeah.
The other thing too is we looked it up the other day. I don't think we talked about it on the podcast, but we were making fun of Hoyt people. Not Hoyt people, we're making fun of Hoyts. But I guess Joe Rogan had said that they dry fire every bow like 1,000 times, and we were like, bullshit. They do.
They do.
Yeah.
We were wrong.
It's pretty crazy.
Imagine that.
That way when
Folks,
you get it, it's already got 1,000 dry fires under its belt. So the
yeah,
machine
that's
is
pretty solid.
crazy. It's like they lock it up and it literally just comes in, pulls the string, and just pow,
No
pow,
kidding.
pow. And it just that I guess they do it 1,000 times.
Wow, it's impressive.
Yeah. So why do
I
they
wish they I wish they'd go ahead and do that for firearms. They say so many times like you gotta put about 1,000 rounds before this bad boy is really broken in.
Yep.
Maybe do that for me?
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
Because it gets expensive shooting 1,000 rounds down.
No shit. Yeah.
It's like I'm holding this thing. Wow. It needs 1,000 rounds put through it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that a 10 millimeter?
It's a 9.
It's a
It's a
joke.
niner. Yeah.
Yeah. Hi, Jeff.
What's up, dog?
Basically. We had that dog over for like a visit.
Yeah.
Did not go well.
No. Layla hated her.
No.
Or
No,
him.
Layla was fine. He was fine. He has got some serious like trauma from wherever it was he came with. Like he came in the house and found he faced away from everyone and walked up to me, and like I started petting him, and then he would not move. No treats, no nothing. He just stood still, would not be frozen, would not move. And if I stopped petting, he would kind of look at me like, "Are we okay? Like what's happening?" And then so the lady left, and we're like, "Well, I'll let you hang out for a few hours if you want." And we're like, "Yeah, sure. Let's try that out." She's like, "He is kind of hard to get in the house. He likes to be outside." We let them all outside, just he and Layla, to see if they'd play and hang out. They just kind of did their own thing. When it was time to come inside, dude, it took us almost an hour. It took us over an hour to get him in the house.
Really?
Yeah, he just did not want to go inside. He wouldn't let you get close to him. And once he got back in the house, he like posted up to next to the back of the couch, like leaning up against it, and just wouldn't move. And I told Jessica, I was like, "Look, I'm all about giving a dog a fresh start and a new home, but like we're so busy with the kids. Like I can't spend an hour every time this
Yeah,
dog
trying
goes
to get the
outside trying to get them
done.
in the house.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it would get better, but how much better? Like 30 minutes? Because that's still, I still can't do that either. And so we had to tell him, like, look, we love the dog and appreciate the opportunity, but we just don't think we'll be able to give, Burton was his name, Burton, the attention that he really needs. And I recommended finding someone that has some space and some property outside where he can just be outside if that's where he wants to be.
Yeah. He probably
But
doesn't want it. He probably like inside is bad. He just
I
doesn't want
think why I think from the story I got where he came from, I think he was kept outside and that's where he's comfortable. And like inside is new and loud and smells and it's too much. And he
Yeah.
just prefers to be outside. And so, sometimes you get a dog that's born outside and that's where it lives. And whether it's mistreated or not outside, it doesn't know any better. And that's just where it wants to be.
He seemed real sweet, but he did seem like
He
he's got
was.
some baggage for sure.
Yeah, he was super sweet. And but he definitely had some issues. So it sucked. Kids were bummed, but we're still looking. I think we're gonna end up adopting a dog.
Yeah. Well, it's good to have him in the house. It's good for the kids. It's good for
I need one. I need a quiet attack dog. So Layla can be the loud barker. She's got a big bark, but she doesn't. When she came in the house, she just starts wagging her tail and just lick you to death. Is all she would do.
yeah.
I need the quiet one behind her. That if you do break in the house, she starts wagging her tail. She's the distraction. He comes from behind and just attacks.
Straight in the neck. Did I show
Yeah,
you
that's
the
what I
video of
need.
that dude that got hit by the police dog? And they
No.
grabbed his bicep or his
Oh yeah. You did show me that.
trap.
The
Trap
trap, yeah.
muzzle. Dude, rough.
Snack.
That would hurt so much.
Yeah. I
Like
bet
the
that dog
dog
was
like torpedoed
so
over him and like latched
Yeah.
onto his shoulder, just ripped him
and
to
then
the ground.
flipped. I bet that dog was so stoked.
Oh yeah, I bet he was too. Yeah, what's funny is like I don't know if they can really tell the difference between like the fake arm and actually like getting a hold of
Right.
some meat. Like, do they really? It's
I
like
bet you. A little blood. Ugh.
yeah,
I want some
yeah.
more of that, Dad or Mom.
dude. It's,
Let me at him. Let me at him.
I was laughing about an Instagram reel the other day. They had this girl had found a bobcat and adopted it and brought it home or whatever, and all the comments were like some of the dumbest people in the world, but they were like, "It's all fun and games until it tastes some of your blood, and then it starts attacking you and killing you at night." It's like, what are you talking about?
Okay, you mean when it bites me and I wake up and kick all 25 pounds of it across the room?
Yeah, but it's just
It's
like
not that big.
it's like you think it can discern the difference between human blood and elk blood or whatever you're feeding it.
Probably
Like,
not.
like what do people think? They think they smell. They're not sharks, you know.
This isn't the movie. It's not the movies. It's not a vampire that gets a
Yeah,
taste for human blood and suddenly it's,
yeah.
game over.
So stupid. Every
I'm
single
not
comment was
advocating.
dumb.
Yeah, I'm not advocating for getting and raising wild animals, but also, it's probably going to be fine
Yeah, unless
in
it's a
most
possum,
cases.
you can definitely raise a wild possum if you want.
Yeah, I had the conversation with somebody at work, believe it or not.
Did you?
Yeah,
She have a possum?
she had a possum, like a pin, like a lapel, like women wear like sweaters and like a nice pin, like a brooch, I think maybe is the right
Sure.
word. It was a possum brooch pin thing.
Possum
I was
pen.
like, is that a possum? She's like, I love possums. I was like, I gotta get you in contact with my best friend. He also loves possums.
I love them. I think they're so cool.
Yeah, I told her she did not know that they couldn't get rabies and that you could just kind of just pick them up from the scruff of their neck and
Yep, you pick them like a cat.
they just make noises, but
Yeah.
you'll be fine. She
Yeah,
had
a
no
lot of
idea.
people don't know that.
She's like, I'm gonna go pick up I'm gonna find a possum, pick it up. I was like,
Yeah,
just like full disclosure, I'm not responsible for anything that happens when you try to do that.
yeah. Their body. A lot of people don't know their body temperature is too low in order for them to contract rabies. But a lot of people, it's like every time I tell somebody that, they're like, "Nuh-uh," and then they have to like Google it, and I'm like, "See, I told you they can't get rabies." But they can't see where they can't see at all.
Not a,
You know
no,
how
not a
big
fucking.
their eyes are. But
Did you know that armadillos make a hissing noise?
I believe it.
Dude, I was walking out from my stand the other day, and I think I told this story when that possum scared me. I don't think I put the emphasis on what it was that scared me. Because when you walk through the woods, I don't care how big and manly you are. There's always a little part of you that's like, oh my God, something's gonna follow me, something's gonna come after me, right? There's always that little tiny that's that kid inside you that's like looking behind, just to make sure. You hear stuff rustle all the time. But this
Mhm.
damn armadillo, which also they move much faster than they let on. Made this like hissing noise, like, and then it took off, and I about shit myself.
You thought it was gonna get you?
I thought it was coming after me, man.
Yeah.
I took a couple quick steps in the other direction, and then it was going the opposite. So I played it cool for all the owls watching, but I'm pretty sure any animals watching me were getting a laugh. You think animals hang out and talk about us when we leave the woods? That fucking idiot.
Probably like that owl when you were hunting. That owl that like perched up right in front of us, just was staring
Yeah,
at us.
that was cool.
Really cool. You don't ever get to see stuff like that.
No, that's the kind of stuff that if I never shot an animal again, that's the kind of stuff that would continue to keep me going out to hunt.
Yeah.
Those kind of interactions. Watching one of my favorite I ever watched, and I know we're getting close on our typical hour, but sitting in the big stand of the food plot where the club we hunt, and a stray cat was like creeping through the field, and a red-tailed hawk swooped in to try and snatch it, and it saw it just in time and flipped over on its back and like showed its claws and like made it noise, and it scared the bird off, and then it took off. But like seeing that cat stick up for itself was a lot of fun. That's pretty cool.
That'd be
I
wild.
kind of a little bit kind of wished it would have got he would have snagged it.
I wish it would have snagged it.
Just because it would be fun to watch, but also one of the most majestic and like America things I've ever seen was at the 82nd Airborne headquarters. There was it was either a red-tailed hawk, or it was a juvenile. I don't remember. I know it didn't have a white head. It was mostly brown. It was either, and I was at a distance, so it was either a juvenile bald eagle or like a red-tailed hawk, something like that. But it was on the lawn of the 82nd Airborne headquarters, and he killed a squirrel and was just sitting there ripping it apart in the lawn, just looking around. People were stopping in uniform and on the sidewalk, walking and taking pictures, and they were just hanging out, just ripping guts, and just it was awesome.
I've seen that before. I've seen that laying right in like 20 feet in front of me, laying on top of a squirrel who was eating corn. Nice. And then like it saw me and took off and left us like, no, the squirrel was still there, just like mangled up.
Oh no.
And I was like, come back and get it, man. I'm not going to mess with you.
Yeah. I watched I saw a baby squirrel fall out of a tree and then sit and make that squealing noise for like 30 minutes until something found it and fucked it up. I couldn't see from where I was at what it was, but it got quiet. Like, and to be honest with you, like I felt bad, but also it had been doing that for like an hour and a half, and I was ready for it to stop.
I'm sure.
As was whatever ate it, apparently.
Yeah.
Anyways.
All right.
Well,
I think that's it.
If you've hung out, thank you. Merry Christmas, happy holidays, whatever you celebrate or believe. We don't really care. Just enjoy your time. Be safe. Drink some whiskey. Be merry.
Don't drink eggnog, you savage animals.
Yeah,
you nasty people. How you fucking do
that? My kids like it. I can't stand it.
Ugh, disgusting.
Not my thing at all. But thank you for hanging out. Thank you for an awesome year. Appreciate all the support. We hope to continue to have that. Thank you to our Patreon, as always, for their support, and the executive producers for giving us shit when we deserve it and helping us out whenever we don't deserve it. So, 100%. Yeah, that's all I got. Happy New Year. Enjoy that. We'll talk to you on New Year's Day, but be safe New Year's Eve and bringing in the new year.
Yep. Merry Christmas.